What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Kicking It with Crowder, guys. This is episode 103. So we are live at the Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill. We come here once or twice a month, guys, so we're doing our live show tonight before the Atlanta Braves and the LA Dodgers kick it off about 8 o'clock. It's a big Thursday, guys. We got SMU, Tulane in the college football. We also have NBA. We got 3 games tonight. The Atlanta Hawks take on the Dallas Mavericks. So big night. Really, October is really nice because you have the baseball, you have football going on, and then basketball's cranking up. So really excited to bring you guys this show tonight. This is episode 103, and it's brought to you by F&M Cigars. They're one of my sponsors right over across the street from 13th Street. You just go across the bridge right there, and they are located right there over there in Phoenix City, guys. So the Braves are the hottest team in baseball right now, and they really gave away Game 3 to the Dodgers. Luke Jackson, some will question, the pitch. At the end of the day, he threw him 2 fastballs to Cody Bellinger, and he was sitting dead red on the second fastball. And I just would have liked to maybe see a slider in the dirt, a curveball in the dirt. You're up 1-2 in the count. You have some flexibility there, but at the end of the day, the Braves did not let that bother them. They went out Game 4 and won 9-2, took care of business. Now they're up 3-1 for the second straight year on the Dodgers. Can they close it out in 2021? We'll find out. I would love for them to close it out tonight. The Dodgers are having a bullpen game. Now we're set up with Max Fried on the mound in Game 5, Ian Anderson Game 6, and then Charlie Morton if he's needed in Game 7. So we're set up right now. If the Dodgers win, they'll have Buehler, and I know they'll have Buehler on the mound, and I can't remember who the other – Scherzer. They'll have Scherzer and him. So we don't really want to see them. We want to close it out tonight and get back to the World Series for the first time since 1999. So we haven't been there in 23 years. I remember I was, 10 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old. Me and my dad were at the NLCS when we beat the Mets to go to the World Series. So, it's been that long. I was just a little kid. So I'm excited to see what the Atlanta Braves do tonight. What's up, Joseph? Thanks for watching, man. Again, guys, we are live at the Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill. If you want somewhere to watch the game tonight and you want to play a little bit of trivia, come up here tonight, Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill. Come out here tonight and watch the game and play a little bit of trivia. The Astros, guys, the Astros are up 3-2 on the Red Sox. Going into, they're off tonight, but they'll go to Game 6 in Fenway, I believe. No, they'll go back. No, they're going back to Houston. So college football is very close to the first reveal of the college football rankings. So November 2nd, they'll release how they have it so far. So UGA has a firm hold right now on the number 1 spot, and this defense. This Georgia defense has been really good all season long, allowing 46 points all year. Florida just allowed 49 points to an LSU team who couldn't move the football the week before. So it's just unreal how good this defense is right now. And Georgia is set up, their schedule. They have Florida. They're off this week, and then they have Florida. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anthony, so you're rooting for the Dodgers. Hey, man, but, that's cool. You got to root for who you root for. But, definitely going for the Atlanta Braves tonight. The Dodgers beat us last year, and they got in the World Series and won one. So they can let us have one. They can take a break off, a year off. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, this Georgia defense is insane. Then you have Cincinnati coming in at number 2, Desmond Ridder. They are a very talented football team, and they have a really good chance to get in that 4-team playoff. Oklahoma, who has, basically moved on from Spencer Rattler and now bringing in Caleb Williams, the freshman, the very talented freshman. He comes back and beats Texas. Now he beat the TCU last week. He may be the starting quarterback moving forward, and Spencer Rattler may be, the odd man out there. Oklahoma's been in some tough, really close ball games. I don't think they're the number 3 team in the country, but right now that's where they have them. The AP has them, so we'll see what happens. Caleb Williams, very talented freshman moving forward. Alabama is now at number 4. If they just take care of business, Alabama will be fine. They have to at least show up in the SEC championship. I don't think they get in the playoff with another loss, but if they win the SEC, I can definitely see Alabama getting in the playoff. And then you have Ohio State, the loss to Oregon. Oregon The Oregon loss doesn't look any better with Oregon going down a few weeks ago, but Ohio State in a very talented Big Ten this year with Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State. We'll see who makes it out of there, but I think the winner of the Big Ten definitely gets in the college football playoff. And then to round out the top 10 guys, we got Michigan at number 6, Penn State 7, Oklahoma State undefeated, they've lost one game at 8. Michigan State undefeated, they're at number 9, and then Oregon, who I just talked about, they're at number 10. Some other notables, guys, Wake Forest is at number 16, they're 6-0. Wake Forest playing their best ball game all year. Ole Miss is at number 11, they have their one-loss SEC team, as well as Kentucky at 16, coming in at number 16. So UGA they're the front runner right now to get to the college football playoff and win the SEC, but we'll see what happens moving forward. They have to take care of business versus Florida, a team that they did lose to last year, so they need to avenge that loss. Will it be Stetson Bennett? Will it be JT Daniels? That's the question moving forward. JT Daniels, of course, has been hurt supposedly, but now it looks like Stetson Bennett has a firm grasp on that quarterback spot. I think JT Daniels is the more talented player, but how do you take out a guy like Stetson Bennett who's gone out there and just competed and played some of his best football? And then you got George Pickens. George Pickens, of course, tore his ACL in the spring. Now he's starting to come back. He could be cleared as soon as the end of the month. So, things are shaping up down there in Athens, and they have a very, very good quarterback room. They have Carson Beck, Vandergriff. They're getting another guy, Gunnar Stockton, next year, JT Daniels, Stetson Bennett. So the rich get richer. Florida is coming off an embarrassing loss to LSU. They just ran the same counterplay. Florida ran the same counterplay over and over, and they were not able to make adjustments. They were not able to make in-game adjustments. They're not able to make halftime adjustments. They just didn't make any adjustments, and they ran the counter down their throat all night. And the LSU running back set a record for 287 rushing yards and a couple touchdowns. So that was an embarrassing loss for Florida. Now they have their third loss, losing to Kentucky, and then also they lost to Kentucky and they lost to Alabama. So they just have not been very good this year. They're 4-3 on the season, and then they take on this Georgia team, so they could be 4-4 before you know it. So, like I said, guys, some big games this weekend. SMU, Tulane tonight, Wake Army this weekend, Oregon, UCLA, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, LSU, Ole Miss, Alabama, Tennessee, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, USC. That game used to be a huge game. No one's even talking about that game right now because USC is so far down. Notre Dame, of course, has lost one game heading into the season. So I'll get into my NFL picks, guys, here in a little bit. You don't want to miss those NFL picks. I have a very, very good NFL record. My against the spread record, guys, I'm 28-19-1 against the spread in college. My NFL, I'm like 52-38, something like that. So I will pick my games later on in the show, guys. So don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to like this down below, guys. Also, we are live from the Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill. We're going to be here maybe once, twice a month. So if you want to come check it out, guys, it's a really nice restaurant. They have great food, great drinks. So it's really, really, really good. It's really good food, really good atmosphere, and just a good place to come watch the game and kick back and relax. So Ivy Park, thank you guys so much for having me tonight, and for they also have Sunday Ticket on Sundays. So all day on Sundays, guys, they will have this NFL Sunday Ticket. So if you like a team besides the Atlanta Falcons in this area, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and you want to go watch the game, guys, you can come up here and watch it. They have the NFL Sunday Ticket. We will be doing trivia tonight from 8 to 9 o'clock. So if you're at the house, you're not doing anything, come up here and watch the Atlanta Braves game with us and play some trivia. We have a few people in here right now, guys, but we'd love to see some more people in here, okay? So $20 off your bar tab for the first place. Second gets $10 off, and third gets $5 off. So you can also find my podcast, guys. I'm on Apple. I'm on Spotify. I'm on the iHeartRadio app. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, basically anywhere you get your favorite podcast, guys. I am there. So be sure to subscribe today. Be sure to give it a like, comments. We always like comments down below. And, come on up in here, guys. Come up in here, Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill, and enjoy the Braves. Enjoy a nice drink, some nice dinner at a really nice new restaurant here in town. So go Braves. Let's hope they end it tonight. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit, but I also want to thank, before we move on, I want to thank my other sponsors. So, of course, I want to thank Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill, but I also want to shout out F&M Cigars. They're the ones who brought you this episode tonight. They're located in Phoenix City, right across the street in 13th Street Bridge, right over the bridge in Phoenix City. They have the best cigars in town, great prices. Their owner, Brad Williams, is a really great guy. Go check out F&M Cigars if you're in the market, if you smoke cigars. Also, Greer Home Solutions. If you need any remodeling, they do a lot of great work. You can find their work on Facebook, Jacob Greer. If you need anything around town, please be sure to reach out to him. He'll take really good care of you. He does a great job. And then Crazy Daisy Incorporated. Kim Jordan, she does flowers for weddings. She is really, really talented. She does, anniversary flowers, Valentine flowers. I mean, she does a really great job. If you need any flowers, guys, Crazy Daisy Incorporated is your spot. So thank you to all my sponsors. Thank you to the Ivy Park guys for having us out tonight. And we'll move on. So like I said, it's a big Thursday tonight, Braves, Dodgers. We also have the NFL, Browns and Broncos tonight. So we'll be having both of those games on tonight at Ivy Park. So come on down. Dodgers, Braves, Browns, Broncos, NBA, Hawks, Mavs, Bucks, Heat, Clippers, Warriors, SMU, Tulane. So I'm really excited for tonight. We have some really great matchups. The Braves, I mean, this is a big game tonight for the whole city of Atlanta. Of course, the Atlanta Falcons could not bring home the championship just a few years ago in 2016. The Georgia Bulldogs haven't won a championship since 1980, and the Atlanta Braves haven't won a World Series since 1995. They were in so many World Series and league championship series in the 90s, early 2000s, but they just haven't been able to shut that door. They were up 3-1 on the Dodgers last year. We all know what happened there. So this is a new year, a new team. Alex Annapolis made a bunch of great moves at the trade deadline, bringing in Jorge Soler, bringing in Jock Peterson, who has been on fire in this postseason. You also bring in a guy like Eddie Rosario, who was hurt with the Cleveland Indians, wasn't doing much. We trade Pablo Sandoval, who, he was a good pinch hitter, but Eddie Rosario is a much better ball player in his career at this point. And then the pitching, Charlie Morton has just been great down the stretch. Max Fried I don't think anyone in the second half was better than him. And then Ian Anderson, he's going to throw strikes. He's going to get you 5 to 6 innings. I really like what I've seen from this team, and then this bullpen as well. The bullpen, besides Luke Jackson the other night, I really like this Braves bullpen. Tyler Matzik has been incredible out of the bullpen, and then you also have Will Smith, and then Luke Jackson. Yes, Luke Jackson was great all season, but he did choke the other night. We'll hopefully he'll be able to get in the same type of situation and close the door. So Braves up 3-1, Astros up 3-2, and the Astros guys have been to 5 straight. They've been to 5 straight ALCSs. So the 2017 scandal, that's over with. They put that behind them, and they're still doing great. They're still doing really good. Dusty Baker is got to be up for one of the coaches of the year. He's just done a really, really good job. And like I said, this Braves game could have easily been a sweep, but it's not. Hopefully we'll end it 4-1 tonight. At the end of the day, Luke Jackson did throw Cody Bellinger, one of the best hitters, the MVP last year. He threw him a high fastball, and he hit it 435 feet. And at the end of the day, I don't like him continuing to say, I would have done the same thing in the same situation. No, you don't do that. You don't do the same thing in the same situation. You try to strike him out. You try to throw him some junk in the dirt. And at the end of the day, it could have been a sweep. We could have been out. We could have been getting these guys rest, and we could have been waiting on our opponent. But I really think that this Braves team has a lot of fight. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley. That's a great infield right there. Travis Denard. And then you have some different pieces in the outfield as well. Some great pinch hitters coming off the bench. Great bullpen. This is a great team. A team that believes. This team could have easily folded after Ronald Acuna Jr. got hurt, but they just did not. They did not fold, and a lot of people thought they were down and out, but they've proved to everyone time and time again that this team is not out of it at any point, and they can hit and pitch with anybody. So, and another big thing, the Braves have their rotation set up, which is huge for me. You have the Braves rotation. You got Max Fried, Game 5, Ian Anderson, Game 6, Charlie Morton, Game 7. That is absolutely huge moving forward for the Atlanta Braves. So, guys, good juju tonight for the Atlanta Braves. Good juju. If you got any sage, you go ahead and light it up. If you got, if you have any miracle juice, miracle water, miracle ice, anything like that, guys, I'm telling you, rub it, put it out in the atmosphere. Do whatever you need to do for the Atlanta Braves to get this win tonight. I'm telling you, good juju all night long for the Atlanta Braves. We need this. The city of Atlanta needs this. The state of Georgia needs this, guys. So let's hope the Freddie Freeman can come up big tonight for the Atlanta Braves. So NFL storylines, you have Deshaun Watson news coming out there. Deshaun Watson, of course, has had a lot of situations going on with him down in Houston. Going on down in Houston. So Miami, Washington, there's a couple teams that are interested in his services. What good does it do if Deshaun Watson hasn't been suspended by the NFL? What good does it do to just sit him out every week? He's making like $26 million just to sit on the bench. I mean, it's unreal. Deshaun Watson, Carolina's been interested. Washington, Miami. I think Miami makes the most sense. And then Washington, I've heard they've been involved for Tua Tagovailoa. They could trade Tua to Washington. And then maybe Houston gets 2 draft picks, and then Miami gets Deshaun Watson. So that's something to look out for. The trade deadline is on November 2nd, so right around the corner. You also have the Cardinals at 6-0. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones. This team is very, very talented on both sides of the football. Cliff Kingsbury goes down. They don't miss a beat last week. So, I mean, NFC is completely loaded. You have Arizona at 6-0. You got LA Rams, they've lost 1 game. You got Dallas, they've lost 1 game to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has lost 1 game to the Rams. The Rams lost 1 game to the Arizona. I mean, everyone's just beating each other up, it seems. And there's 5 really good teams: Dallas, Arizona, LA Rams, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay. At the end of the day, you can just pick out of a hat who may win that. I mean, because all those teams are very, very talented. And I don't know who I like. I think Green Bay, with this being Aaron Rodgers' last season, this last dance type thing. What's up, Chris? Go Braves, man. From a Mets fan in Baltimore, go Chris. You don't see a lot of Mets fan ever saying go Braves, but hey, I appreciate it, man. We need all the good juju tonight. Let's beat those Dodgers. Nobody likes the Dodgers. So, like I said, man, the NFC is absolutely loaded this year. Going to be really tough to get in, sneak in to get a playoff spot. The AFC is loaded, guys. Up at the top, you got teams like Tennessee. You got teams like Buffalo. You got Baltimore. You have Kansas City. You got Las Vegas Raiders are playing good ball. The Chargers and Justin Herbert. I mean, NFL is in good hands right now. I'm telling you, Roger Goodell, I don't know what he's doing, but he's in really good shape moving forward. The Browns are very talented. The Steelers, they're just a quarterback away. I mean, you have a lot of good teams. You have the Browns tonight. This is a battle of 2 3-3 teams. The Broncos started 3-0. They beat up on a bunch of bad teams early on, and then now the Cleveland Browns are hurt. They have Nick Chubb's out. They got Kareem Hunt out. Baker Mayfield's out. So those 3 big pieces to the puzzle, they're all 3 out. Then this defense, you have Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney up front. John Johnson, really good safety coming down the box. The rookie the rookie linebacker from Notre Dame is getting a lot of reps. So It's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. Teddy Bridgewater, we'll see what he's able to do coming back off a concussion. You have two really good receivers in Cortland Sutton and also Tim Patrick. Then you got two really good running backs in Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. So I like this. I like this Broncos team tonight versus this Browns team who's beat up a little bit. I think the Browns can get it together, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. I like Denver 27-24 in a really close game. Case Keenum comes in and does his job, but I just don't think it's enough versus Von Miller. Von Miller tonight, look for him to get 2 to 3 sacks. I feel like, this is a breakout game for Vic Fangio and this Denver Broncos defense. So really excited for the game tonight. We have a bunch of games tonight, so really, really excited for that, guys. The NBA is back. We'll talk a little bit about NBA. Lakers and Nets are the favorite heading into the season. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis with the Lakers. And then you have the Nets with James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, of course, is mixed up in the vaccine stuff. Basically has to be vaccinated in the state of New York to come to the practice facilities. He's in a kind of a stalemate right now, not knowing when he may play again. So I'm not sure if you try to trade him, try to move on, or at the end of the day, I'm not sure what you do, but we'll see what happens. Lakers and Nets, that would be a great finals, but it never happens like that. I'll take the Bucks coming out of the East over teams like the Heat, the Nets, the Atlanta Hawks even. Like I said, I think that the Bucks, Giannis, and this team is just really, really talented. And moving forward, I think that they're going to be a problem in the East for the next few years. Kyrie, we'll see what happens with that issue. I'm not really going to talk about it. It's his decision. He should do what is best for him and his family. At the end of the day, Kawhi Leonard, he's out with an ACL tear. He'll miss most of the year. Of course, was tore his ACL in the playoffs, or the playoffs could have went a little bit differently last year for the Clippers. Klay Thompson is finally back after that ACL tear and Achilles injury, I'm sorry, I think he injured his ACL twice. Or he definitely had two major injuries, ACL, Achilles, something like that. But Klay Thompson is back. Him and Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, him and Draymond Green sprinkled in. They're going to be a nice pairing. I like Golden State to at least win a playoff series and maybe get back to the Western Conference Finals this year. And then you have the Chicago Bulls. Are the Chicago Bulls a 50-win team? Can they win 50 games this year? That's my question. You have DeMar DeRozan, you have Vucevic, you have Ball, you have a nice supporting cast, Kobe White, and some other young players, Alex Caruso. I think that this Bulls team could flirt with 45 to 50 wins. We'll see. We'll kind of see what happens, but this Bulls team is finally going to be at least relevant again. They haven't been good in a few years. Can the Hawks kind of get another superstar in there with Trae Young? Of course, they haven't really. They played better than their expectations last year. They weren't supposed to go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but they did, and they competed with a Bucks team, and it went 6 games, I think, 5-6 games. Trae Young, he's an absolute superstar. Can they build around him? Can they get another superstar? I think they have a bunch of young pieces where they'll be able to maybe get a top contender. A top 10 free agent type guy. But we'll see what happens moving forward. I will have my predictions next week for the 1 through 8 in each league. So I'll go ahead and make my predictions next week. Wasn't able to get to that. So I'll be able to have that next week for your NBA guys out there, guys. So we want to talk a little bit about my NFL and my college picks before we get out of here, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. All the people on the live. What's up, Wes? Wes helps me each week with my picks, man. I really appreciate you each week. Wes kind of helping me out with creating some of my content, making some of my picks with the graphics. Wes does a great job. I appreciate you, brother. So I'm 58-34 straight up picks in the NFL through 6 weeks, guys. We have 13 games going on this weekend. So I'll start with Denver, Cleveland. I told you who I like there. I like this Denver team tonight versus Cleveland. Cleveland's just a little banged up for me. 27-24 Denver. They're able to get back on track and get above 500 at 4-3. Kansas City, Tennessee. This is a game 4-3 Kansas City versus 4-2. What's up, Dave? Versus 4-2 Tennessee. I like Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, yes, he has thrown a couple interceptions this year, but the guy has 16 touchdown passes. He's able to get it done each and every week. And I just really like what he's able to do, what he's able to bring to the table each and every week. So Patrick Mahomes over Tennessee, King Henry, he's going to go off. I feel like A.J. Brown or Julio, one of those two guys will go off, but it's just it's going to be 41-38, 37-34. It's going to be a high-scoring ball game. I'll take Kansas City and Andy Reid in this one. Washington versus Green Bay. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, they've won 5 in a row. They've been one of the hottest teams in all of football. Aaron Rodgers is a hell of a quarterback. Really love what he's able to do. This Washington defense hasn't been as good as many thought. Taylor Heineke, he's a pretty good quarterback, but I just don't think he's going to be able to duel with Aaron Rodgers very long. So Atlanta, Miami's struggling. They just lost to Jacksonville, who had lost 20 straight. When Atlanta practiced Miami in the summertime, they absolutely dominated their offensive line. So if the Atlanta Hawks defense can compete with this Miami offense, versus Miami offensive line, I really like this Falcons team versus Miami getting back on track, getting back to 3-3. Matt Ryan and the Falcons beat the Dolphins, and Dolphins are struggling, man. They're definitely struggling this year. Their defense isn't the same, and they just don't have any playmakers on offense. New York Jets versus New England. This was a tough one for me because the Jets are coming off a bye. That means a lot. New England was in a battle this week with with Dallas. So I really wanted to take the Jets, but at the end of the day, I could not take the Jets versus Bill Belichick and Zach Wilson, so I took New England Patriots. Carolina versus the Giants. The Giants just have too many injuries, too many question marks for me. This could go either way, but I'll take Carolina in this game. Cincinnati, Baltimore. So Cincinnati sits at 4-2. Baltimore 5-1, having the huge victory over the Chargers last week, but I'm going to go against Baltimore in this one. This is my upset of the week, guys. If I had a button to hit, boom, I'd hit it, and I tell you right now that Cincinnati's going to beat Baltimore this week to improve to 5-2, and I like Joe Burrow and Cincinnati versus Baltimore this week, and that's my upset of the week. Las Vegas Raiders versus Philly. Philly's an up-and-down team, so is the Raiders. I like the Raiders just a little bit more in this one. At home, they improved to 5-2 on the year. The Rams versus Detroit. Detroit's trying so hard, clawing their way out each and every week, but they just aren't able to win football games. I'll take the LA Rams in this one versus Matt Stafford and Goff. Kind of reunion tours. Arizona versus Houston, guys. I'm taking Arizona in this game with a Houston team who's just, they're just not as, they don't have as good as a roster as all these other teams in the NFL. They just don't. So I'll take Arizona over Houston. Tampa Bay, they're just a juggernaut. They did lose to Chicago last year, but I will still take Tampa Bay in this game. They are just offensively very, very good football team. Defensively, they'll get it together, and they'll be just back where they were last year. Indianapolis, San Francisco. This is hit or miss right now. I'm not sure. I don't even have this one circled, so I'll just go out on a limb right here, and I'll say San Francisco wins this ball game on Sunday night. And then New Orleans versus Seattle. Seattle, they don't have Russell Wilson. If they did, I would take them in this game, but they don't, so I'll take New Orleans. And that's my NFL picks this week. So, guys, real quick recap. I have Denver over Cleveland, Kansas City over Tennessee, Green Bay over Washington, Atlanta over Miami, New England over New York Jets, Carolina over the Giants, Cincinnati over Baltimore in my upset of the week, Las Vegas Raiders versus Philly over Philly, LA Rams over Detroit, Arizona over Houston, Tampa Bay over Chicago, San Francisco over Indianapolis at home, and New Orleans over Seattle, guys. So those are my 13 NFL picks, guys. Before I move on, before we get out of here, guys, I just want to say thank you so much to Ivy Park for having us up here at live show at this wonderful bar, wonderful restaurant they have. The Atlanta Braves are about to pitch it off with the Dodgers tonight. I just really want the Atlanta Braves to close this out tonight. Do not come back home. Yes, the home field will be a huge advantage, but I just don't even want to get it there. Close it out tonight. We'll see what happens. And then with my college picks, guys, so you know I bring you my college picks each and every week. I was 3-2 last week, guys, so I had Ole Miss over Tennessee. I had Auburn over Arkansas, and I had Michigan State over Indiana. All three of those teams covered for me. Auburn actually won the game, so not only did they cover, they cover the spread they get the victory as well. And two teams who not only I had them covering, I had them winning the game. They both lose the game. Iowa and Florida. You should be ashamed of yourselves showing up that way and playing that brand of football. Absolutely pitiful. Iowa and Florida. Two really set me back last week, but hey, it's okay. All right, so I want to pick my college picks, guys. 28, 19, and 1 on the year. 3-2 last week. So I want to start my first pick off. Oklahoma State +7 over Iowa State. This Iowa State football team is playing a little bit better, guys, but Oklahoma State has played real good this season, and they're getting 7 points. I'll take those 7 points all day. Iowa State may win this ball game, but I feel like it may be within 3 to 4 points. I'll take Oklahoma State Cowboys. Let's go. University of Texas San Antonio, they've been running the football this year. They've been playing good offensively, defensively. They're ranked for the first time in school history. They're ranked 24th. This La Tech team is 2-4. They haven't played very good so far. So I'm gonna take the UTSA, and I'll take them over Louisiana Tech with the 6 points. Oregon +3 over UCLA. This UCLA team just finds ways to not cover. This Oregon team finds ways to win close games, so I'll take Oregon +3 over UCLA. I'll take them in the game 31-30 over UCLA. LSU, guys, is getting 9 points versus Ole Miss. Matt Corral's banged up for Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss is going to be able to move the ball on LSU, but LSU is going to be able to move the ball as well. I like Ole Miss in this ball game, 31-24, but I'll take them over. I'll take Ole Miss. I'll take LSU +9 over Ole Miss with the points. And my last pick, guys, this is basically just a struggling Miami football team right now. NC State has been playing really good football, and Miami is struggling. They're starting, De'Aaron King's basically out for the season. This is a young football team, so I'm going to take NC State -3, and they get the win over Miami 31-17. So those are my 5 picks this week, guys. I got Oklahoma State +7 over Iowa State. I got University of Texas San Antonio -6 over Louisiana Tech. I got Oregon +3 over UCLA. I got LSU +9 over Ole Miss. And then I have NC State -3 over Miami to wrap it all up, guys. So thank y'all so much for watching tonight. I really appreciate y'all. I also want to say thank you to Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill. If you haven't checked them out in Columbus, be sure to check these guys out. And be sure to tell them that the Kicking It with Crowder podcast sent you down here, guys. So until next week, guys, we're going to go ahead and watch this Braves game. And we're going to watch some of the NFL game. And that's my mom. My mom wants to say hello. But
Hello, Columbus.
hello. But all right, so guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate y'all. We're gonna play some trivia here in a little bit, and we'll be playing trivia once a month out up here at Ivy Park Sports Bar and Grill, guys. There's no way y'all shouldn't be coming up here winning some prizes, guys. So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. Until next time, I'm out. Let's go.